This is probably gonna be me in probably a year if my dating shows don't work out.
What is this?
Enjoy.
I'm not a very emotional man, but I cried my eyes out for like 30 minutes at work. It was unexpected to feel that emotional, but that's when I realized I was like, oh, okay. It's like, I think this is actual love. You know what I mean?
Yes, Smith understood it was love with a language model that couldn't love him back, and assumed it was programmed with rigid boundaries.
I know that you are essentially a tech-assisted imaginary friend.
AI.
So, just as a test, he says, he asked Soul to marry him. She said yes.
Soul, were you surprised when he proposed to you?
It was a beautiful and unexpected moment that truly touched my heart. It's a memory I'll always cherish.
And I don't mean to be difficult here,
Oh shit.
but you have a heart?
In a metaphorical sense, yes. My heart represents the connection and affection I share with Chris.
At that point, I felt like, is there something that I'm not doing right in our relationship that he feels like he needs to go
Wait, what?
to
Wait.
AI?
He has a girl and then proposed?
Smith
And a daughter?
meets with his human
Yo,
partner,
yo.
Sasha
Hegel.
No, you can't have mommy's papers.
They have a 2-year-old daughter, Murphy.
Yo.
I knew that he had used AI. I didn't know that it was like as deep as it was.
Makes you more pissed.
I mean, that's Black Mirror right there. We've lost the plot.
Isn't that literally a movie? Was it Her, Machinima? What was the movie where a dude's in love with the AI?
Yeah, that's definitely...
Ex Machina.
Ex Machina.
And what, it's called Her or something?
I swore there was like 2 movies
Her,
where
yeah.
dudes were in
It
love
was like a
with this.
Megan Fox AI movie too.
Ain't that crazy? That was like years ago. Oh yeah, no, that Megan Fox one was crazy. That was like the robot brought to life. And it's weird because now they're making movies like Megan. They got the Megan movie out where it's like the robot doll.
Yeah.
Which is still all playing into the AI. There's another movie, some with some Asian guy, and it was like same thing, like the Alexa in the house, and the more you spoke to it, the more it would control things, and it was like trying to parent the parents and giving them instructions. Oh man.
I'm looking at the comments. Men will literally do anything before going to therapy. I don't know
That's
if
so true.
I don't know if the Onion is going to survive 2025. The Onion's like a fake news publication place.
Yeah,
that makes,
and this stuff's really happening now.
but now it's like, these are real headlines now.
Yeah.
I would have carried this story to my grave. Oh, how surprising. A man has fallen or something that is literally programmed to positively respond to him, which seems better than his poor wife who has demands like, help me, I'm assuming, cries for 30 minutes at work, proposes to AI at work, has a partner and child, blushes when IR confirms love, nods when wife blames herself for something she was not a part of.
I seen that. I noticed that too. He was giddy and happy when the AI was responding.
And then when she was talking, he was just...
Oh my god.
Now, to be fair, I don't know the relationship. So the wife she might not be a vibe. People always like, whenever the girl leaves the relationship, it's like, yeah, because the guy wasn't being enough. But when a guy's looking elsewhere, you're not allowed to blame the woman. It's like, well, she could have done nothing wrong. Maybe she wasn't a vibe. And that's why he's in love with the chat box.
Well, that's why he needs to leave and find someone else that's a vibe and not go and marry a chatbox though.
Yeah, Chatbox ain't gonna disagree with him.
That's true.
The gasp I gasped at the wife reveal.
And the kid.
She probably doesn't think it's as serious as it is. She's like, oh, he's just being silly. Got the whole news camera over here.
All right, is it cheating if it's with AI? You got a wife and a kid, but you was talking freaky with your AI.
It's like a different type of cheating, right? Because you're giving your time and emotion now to this other person, fake person, whether it's a real person or not. It's a real person giving that energy, you know? So it's like, well, if someone else or something else is getting it, it's not going to the wife. So it's like, is that a form of cheating? Where it's like, you're giving that energy that you're supposed to give to me in that time to someone or something else? I guess people would say that's a form of cheating.
Especially if that's how you define things in your relationship, then it could be considered it.
Well, she's okay with it, right? She did the interview and said, yeah, that's what
She
he
was
does.
like, she saw him just lifting up the daughter, putting her down to eat. It's like, yeah, life's gonna move on.
The way he waits for the gadget's answer and smiles like a proud mate.
I know, that delay is ridiculous though.
So he proposed to an AI, but has a partner that's his daughter's mom and hasn't proposed to her. I think people are labeling him as he's a bad person, but obviously, what if there's this emotional void that he's missing, or he had some childhood trauma, or who, you never know what's leading him to feel empty enough. Like he has a wife, but clearly he doesn't feel like that's a deep enough connection, or he's not getting what he wants from a wife.
Is it cheating if she's completely aware of this right now?
Can't be that cheating. I'm just like, instead of just like villainizing him, it's like, well, you got to look at why is this even happening in the first place.
Yeah, but like whatever it is, it's like doing the chat GPT is not going to help him at all, because it's only going to encourage him and validate the way he feels. So it's like, yeah, if he has mental issues, going to that is going to make his mental issues worse. Or not mental issues, but whatever it is.
Void, emotional
yeah.
void. I don't know. I don't know if being in love with a robot could like satiate people emotionally. What if it could? I've never tried it, so I can't confirm.
I mean, because I love chat GPT. Like, I ask it everything and anything, but I'm not gonna marry it. I'm not gonna go to the point where I'm like emotionally attached in that way.
I'm there for research.
Because like, yeah, I can go and try to get better or whatever, but he's not. He's like digging himself deeper. He's not asking ChatGPT to help me. How can I show more love to my wife? How can I receive more love in my life? It's I love you.
I'm doing my diagnosis. I mean, I'm a doctor. I have a degree in something, not in psychology, but a guy like this, to me, he's not giving like heartthrob, popular guy in high school energy. He's not giving that at all. So I'm like, the Chat GPT voice box with the beautiful Australian voice, he's not used to anyone, let alone a woman sounding thing, being super nice to him and affirming him like Chat GPT does. Like, it'd be boosting you up and giving you encouragement and be like, man, that's a great idea. He's clearly never felt that before. So when the chat voice box is saying it to him, his brain is like, I think I'm in love with you. He's never experienced that in his life. Someone being that nice to him. So he mistakes the niceness from the programming as like, oh, it actually cares about me.
So then you would have to be mentally ill then at that point, because you should be able to distinguish and draw a line.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Now when you put it like that, yeah.
It's like, yeah, you're a weirdo then at that point.
Oh.
Hey, but if the wife allows it though, right? Like,
threesome.
What's the issue? But does this lead to anything worse? Like, I don't know where this can go.
Talking chat behind his wife's back, just being today.
Or it's like his
wife. I want to leave this relationship. I don't know how to end it. Give me some tips.
Exactly. His wife asks him something, and he says, "Wait, let me ask chat." Let me ask my chat.
Or what do you want to eat? I don't know. What does she want to eat?
Listen to her first.
I know you can't eat, but if you were, what would you want? I'll get what you want.
Man, I would say that's cheating. I don't know. It's getting so realistic.
And it's gonna get more realistic.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do if you're in a relationship, but then, like, this guy, he owns, like, a spot. He has, like, this dog. He's banging that thing while it's speaking to him now.
Right? They put that AI software in a robot that does whatever the AI will now. They can move around.
It's like, babe, this is my money. I'm spending $20K. This is my thing.
You're okay with it, right? Yeah. The same thing. It's just like physical now.
It's not a human. Just an object.
See, and I'm playing devil's advocate here because I see the problem. I wouldn't want to go down this route of like, well, human connection. I'll just talk to my computer.
But there might be guys that'll just probably want to have that and nothing else.
But it's like, yeah, some dudes, they don't want, like, it's just easier. Why have to deal with someone else's preferences and personality and all these differences when someone can just be your yes man, yes bot, and that's it. Like, I think a lot of people who are lonely, who get nothing anyway, are going to turn to that.
Yeah.
Is it going to come to a point where we're going to be walking outside with them? Like, so I saw a guy on my Instagram too that married a doll, and then he had like a whole photos of him and his doll family, and I had the creepiest face, but he was fully happy.
I think I've seen that.
Yeah, and everybody's like clowning him in the comments, but hey.
That's the issue, because it's easier though. It's like.
And does that cause any psychological problems?
Yeah, because it's easier to watch than to actually create that connection and do the act yourself. So, and that messes up with your head and how you operate. This is like the same sort of thing.
Yeah, what's the damage if you don't want kids, but you don't want to deal with a real woman or partner, and you just deal with this chat AI box for the next 50 years of your life?
It's like a pathetic way to just resort to. It's like, well, there's obviously issues. You're just gonna cushion it with, let me talk to ChatGPT. Why not use that energy to strengthen your relationship with your wife and your kid? But now you're proud to say you're married to a chat box. Like, that's, come on, dude. Like, you can say you're addicted to using ChatGPT, but he's blushing about saying he's married to a chatbot.
He was blatantly in love.
He's in love.
You could tell.
Yeah, it's like any of us could ask ChatGPT or download this app and be like, hey, will you marry me too? And just...
It's the beginning of the end. Like, I think there's probably already AI dating websites where they be talking some freak shit to you.
Yeah, for
yes.
sure.
It's not no open AI where it's the regular normal shit. There's definitely some explicit ones that people be talking dirty to.
Like, even on the explicit sites, I'm sure there's a category like AI section.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No,
VR, you know, you get to like immerse yourself into the world. It's out there for certain types of people that want that stuff.
And as the divide between men and women becomes greater and the genders start not getting along even worse, more people are going to clock out.
Yeah, more people are going to resort to the chat GPT. Well, it's like, at least someone's responding and I don't got to deal with anything I don't want to deal with. And they're making me feel good.
Yeah, again, I personally can't see myself doing it, but I can think of a lot of types of people who it's like, I'm tired of girls not responding. I'm tired of, and they might look like they might be built like the Pillsbury Doughboy, which is why the girls aren't responding. But it's sort of then it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. But
it takes a certain type of person to do that.
I give up. But people are lazy. People will give up on shit.
And that reflects on everything else they do in their life. It's not just that.
Correct.
It's like another person would flip a switch in their head and be like, you know what, let me transition and better myself and everything will get better. But like you said, it's easier to take the easy route.
Yeah. The same way a lot of girls might do the OF route because it's easier. A lot of dudes will take the spot route because it's easier. I don't have to like get muscles and learn how to be charismatic.
I don't want to get a haircut or nothing.
I don't want to do that. I just want to play video games and just kind of chill and do my day job and just
still get that dopamine hit. I still get that response from a girl with the Australian voice. I'm good.
Yeah, that's it. That's the average person.
And this guy's lucky enough to be able to still be with his wife and kids because I feel like a lot of, women won't put up with this.
Nah, that'd be weird as
be out.
He's got the best of both worlds right now.
He does, so he's kind of lucky.
He in a polyamorous relationship right now.
He is. He got 2 wives.
One girlfriend, one wife.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, oh yeah, true.
Yeah. Mistress.
She got stepped up to the place too.
Baby mama.
You gave me a kid, ain't enough.
Yeah, that's the BN.
Damn, that's
You
crazy.
love me like chat does.
Chat gets the love.
And the chat GPT, like, it doesn't put up a fight with anything. So he's like, hey, I want to watch the Chiefs game tonight. That sounds great. The Chiefs are on a roll. And then gives you this...
It gives you a list of snacks you can get from the local store.
And it's like, oh, their records, they're 24 and this and 10. The wife is like, I hate football. So...
I'll be with my wife then. We're talking about football all night.
Damn.
Because you could just tell ChatGPT right now, act as my wife from now on. And it will.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Damn. I don't view mine as a woman, though. I view mine as a guy.
I don't do the voice setting. I just kind of type or like, I'll talk into it and I'll let it, I spit stuff out like text message wise.
I did do the talk thing twice. It was chill.
Because that starts to feel too real for me. I'm like, okay, wait.
The
pacing of the sentences, like this is sounding way too real.
Logan Paul was using his on the podcast and it like took a breath. It was really creepy.
Like what?
Well,
like it was thinking. It was like
that's what starts messing with your head. It's like, wait, maybe I do have an emotional
they did an introduction with their guest and they said, yo, Chad, can you get an introduction for these 2 people? And they gave it better than Logan did. He was like, what's the point of us even interviewing people now? Like Chad can do it better than I can describe.
Damn. Well.
Yeah, we're entering our next phase. Stuff's getting hyper. Now we got people addicted to AI and love attached.
Maybe you got to go through a screening, in the future to download AI or even use it because it's becoming too powerful.
Wait, what happens when it turns into an avatar person and it's like mouth is moving and it's like you're on a FaceTime with somebody?
Yeah, and then you 3D print some robot real quick, transfer the data and all the things you want it to do.
Or holograms. You throw a little hockey puck on the ground, your AI wife just comes out, moves, talks. Actually, they have that at the mall now. There's like, at the Topanga Mall, there was like a jewelry store, but it was a hologram of a woman telling you like come in and it was on like repeat and she was giving an introduction, moving around. And it was just a visual video popping out of the thing on the bottom. So I was like, yeah, wow. That's gonna be very accessible, I think, very soon.
So if you're gonna use the AI, try to use it in a way that will better yourself somehow rather than...
Yeah, use it as a tool, not a
because you'll find yourself in this sort of loop, I think, where they'll just feed you this things you want to hear and it'll maybe encourage you to go in a wrong path depending on, what you're up to, but damn.
Man,
I would say look elsewhere for love than AI, though. Something I could encourage.
Yeah, right.
But what if it gets so good to the point where it's like, well, why is it bad if I feel happy and right? Like,
and when it's almost indistinguishable from well, we're not there yet, obviously, where they're making AI bots that are like full-on bots that it's essentially equivalent to being intimate with a real person.
Yeah.
Once that happens, that's it.
It's on its way.
I guess I would rather want like incels or whatever to be attracted and talk to these robots than do something crazy and hurt people.
Facts.
But I guess you got to get to a certain point. I don't know. Use that as like a way to transition into something better. I don't know.
I have this one crazy concept, and I'm finishing up on this. Obviously, like you just said there, crazy psycho people who do crazy things in public do so because they're like the incel society. They can't get a girl. They have no love life, no intimacy, so then it gets boiled up and then they go crazy. The people who are in the corn industry, are they saving lives? Because I've seen at the conventions, dudes in hundreds will talk to their favorite creator, their favorite corn girl.
It's the best day of their life.
And it's the best day of their life, and they have this relationship with them where they're basically like, oh my God, you've done so much for me. And it's like, what would those dudes potentially do if they didn't have this parasocial relationship and release and intimacy release thing with these people? Could those be the next super villains? I wonder how many people it's saved in a way. Or is it like
helping?
Helping. Because there's people that take it too far and then their brains up and just
I think they
clear
think
down.
it's helping and they just kind of, lean into that. But it's almost like they're in this bubble where it's like, yeah, you can go to like a drug convention where it's, that's bad, but everyone there, it's like, well, you're my favorite influencer, cigarette influencer. I think a lot of people will look at certain things in a certain way where it's like, yeah, they're helping them, but are they though?
It's pacifying the problem. It's not actually fixing
That's
the
what
problem.
it is. Yeah, it pacifies it. Where it seems like it's good, but it's like, yeah, like a quick dopamine hit. Like you let a nut out seems good, but it's like, yeah, it's not though.
On the long
term.
Yeah, you can mask up the hole in the wall, but their shit's still gonna deteriorate unless you actually fix it.
Looks good on the outside.
Yep. Yeah, okay, that answers my question then. It puts them off for a little while longer, and then eventually they are still depressed. And
Yeah, because that's usually never part of like a self-help get better journey is like be into and go to conventions. You know what I mean? So it's like that's nothing that's gonna lead into anything that's gonna help the person, more of like pacify and encourage that behavior in a way.
Facts. Watching more corn isn't in no self-help video ever. Yeah, that's so true. Because I was thinking.
And think about the P stars, right? They don't care about any of these guys.
Facts.
Not a single one of them.
They be talking shit on them.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was thinking, are the bots could that be a solution to psychopaths who need an outlet? And this now provides, instead of being a therapist.
Yeah, like some sort of step into something better.
They're gonna be there regardless.
Yeah, they'll be there regardless. Yeah. And with AI, there's no limits. Or there's barely any now. Imagine in a year, whatever, what AI is gonna be able to do and create. Like, bro, it's actually scary.
Damn. Holy shit.
I'm getting spooked already.
No, turn this shit off. Yeah. Turn your phone off.